Alright, let's dive into something that's equal parts fascinating and mind-boggling. Did you know there's a 22.5-kilometer tunnel buried beneath the fields of Texas? Not just any tunnel. This was supposed to be the heart of the Superconducting Super Collider SSC. A project so ambitious it aimed to rewrite our understanding of the universe. But here's the kicker. It was cancelled before it ever got off the ground. Literally. And now, decades later, this massive underground structure sits as a ghostly reminder of what could have been. What makes this really interesting is how it's not just a story about science. It's a tale of politics, ambition, and the fragility of human endeavor. Personally, I think the SSC is one of those what-if moments in history that keeps physicists and dreamers up at night. Imagine a machine designed to smash protons together at energies 40 times greater than anything we'd seen before. This wasn't just about breaking records. It was about recreating the conditions of the Big Bang, hunting for particles like the Higgs boson, and potentially uncovering the secrets of dark matter. But here's the thing. The SSC wasn't just a scientific project, it was a political gamble. And in my opinion, that's where it started to unravel. One thing that immediately stands out is the scale of this thing. We're talking about a circular tunnel stretching 87 kilometers, with superconducting magnets cooled to near absolute zero. It's like something out of a sci-fi novel, right? But what many people don't realize is how close it came to reality. By 1993, 22.5 kilometers of tunnel had already been dug, access shafts were in place, and buildings were popping up above ground. Yet, despite all that progress, the project was axed. Why? Costs. What started as a $4.4 billion estimate ballooned to over $11 billion. And in the early 90s, when budgets were tight and priorities were shifting, Congress pulled the plug. If you take a step back and think about it, the SSC's downfall wasn't just about money. It was about miscommunication, overambition, and a lack of international buy-in. The US had hoped other countries would chip in, but Europe was already pouring resources into CERN, and Japan had its own priorities. By the time the SSC was looking for partners, it was too late. This raises a deeper question. Could the SSC have succeeded if it had been a global effort from the start? Or was it doomed by its own scale? What this really suggests is that science, especially big science, is as much about politics and collaboration as it is about discovery. The SSC's cancellation shifted the balance of power in particle physics to Europe, where the Large Hadron Collider (LHC) eventually found the Higgs boson in 2012. But here's the irony. The LHC operates at lower energies than the SSC was designed for. So while the LHC achieved one of the SSC's key goals, we're left wondering what else the SSC might have revealed. A detail I find fascinating is how the tunnels still exist today, hidden beneath Texas. They're like a time capsule of unfulfilled potential. Some are flooded, others sealed off. But they're a physical reminder of how close humanity came to building something extraordinary. It's a bit like finding the ruins of a lost civilization, except this one was built in the 20th century, not millennia ago. From my perspective, the SSC's story is a cautionary tale but also an inspiring one. It shows how human ambition can outpace practicality, but it also reminds us of what we're capable of when we dream big. Personally, I think the SSC's legacy isn't just about what it failed to achieve. It's about the questions it left us with. What if it had been completed? Would we have unlocked even more secrets of the universe? Or would it have been a white elephant too expensive to maintain? This raises a deeper question. How do we balance ambition with realism in science? Should we pursue projects like the SSC, even if they risk failure, or focus on smaller, more manageable endeavors? It's a debate that's still relevant today, as we consider projects like space exploration or climate research. So here's my closing thought. The SSC may be buried underground, but its story is very much alive. It's a reminder that science is messy, unpredictable, and often as much about failure as it is about success. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes it so beautiful. What do you think? Would the world be different if the SSC had been completed? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts.